There was a time when the world was quieter. No cars, no electricity, none of the speed we're used to today. People woke up with the sun and lived by its rhythm. This is how the story of the ancient world began, an era when the foundations of our civilization were being formed. The first civilizations were born near water. Rivers provided harvests, connected cities, fed and protected entire populations. Where there was water, life appeared. And where life appeared, history began. Cities grew around temples and marketplaces. Narrow streets, busy squares, the smell of bread and smoke in the air. Here, people learned to live together, create laws, and build a future. Family was the center of everything. Several generations under one roof. A shared hearth, shared work, shared traditions. The home was both a fortress and an entire world. Most people worked the land. Their lives depended on seasons and climate. A good harvest meant stability. A successful year meant prosperity for the entire city. Pottery, fabrics, tools. Everything was made by hand. Skill was highly valued. Every object carried the imprint of its creator's hands. The market was a place of encounters. People exchanged goods, news, and ideas. Here you could hear stories from distant lands. When humans learned to record words, history stopped being only oral. The first documents, agreements, and chronicles appeared. Memory became permanent. Temples rose above cities. They were the centers of spiritual life. People came here for guidance, support, and hope. In Egypt, life revolved around the Nile. The river's floods made the land fertile. The Egyptians learned to work with nature and built one of the most stable civilizations of the ancient world. The pyramids still impress us with their scale. They are symbols of belief in eternity and the desire to leave a mark on history. Their precision and grandeur inspire awe even today. Egyptian writing was an art form. Symbols told stories of gods, pharaohs, and daily life. It is a language that has reached us across thousands of years. Greece became the cradle of philosophy, science, and art. Here, people first began asking questions about the meaning of life, the structure of the world, and humanity's place within society. In Athens, the idea of citizen participation in government was born. People gathered, debated, and made decisions together. It became an important step in the development of society. In Greece, sport was more than competition. It was a celebration of strength and spirit. The games united cities and celebrated human potential. Rome grew from a small settlement into a vast empire. Its roads connected continents, and its laws became the foundation for future legal systems. The Romans built roads with remarkable precision. They allowed fast travel and connected diverse cultures into a unified system. Roman structures demonstrated engineering mastery. Aqueducts carried water into cities, and amphitheaters became centers of public life. In different cultures, education was valued in different ways, but knowledge always gave an advantage. Scholars and philosophers shaped the thinking of their time. Statues, frescoes, mosaics. Ancient masters sought beauty and harmony. Their works became standards for future generations. Festivals brought people together. Music, dancing, theatrical performances created an atmosphere of joy and unity. The amphitheater was one of the greatest architectural achievements of the ancient world. These massive stone arenas were built to gather thousands of people in one place. They were used for public performances, athletic contests, dramatic productions, and large civic events. More than just entertainment venues, amphitheaters were symbols of unity and power. They brought citizens together, reinforced shared traditions, and demonstrated the engineering brilliance of their civilization. In these vast arenas, society met itself face to face. to celebrate culture, skill, and collective identity. Trade connected civilizations. People exchanged not only goods, but also ideas, technologies, and traditions. As evening fell, cities grew quiet. Torches lit the streets, and people gathered in their homes, discussing the day that had passed. In the year 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire came to an end. What had once been the center of power, law, and engineering slowly faded into history. The fall of Rome did not happen in a single moment. It was the result of long internal struggles, economic decline, and shifting forces across Europe. But symbolically, it marked the end of the ancient world. An era that had begun along great rivers and risen through Egypt, Greece, and Rome had finally closed. And from its foundations, a new chapter of human history began.